2, 1. Going live.
Where does that voice come from? The moon. Hold on. Is that you, Gandalf?
I think you'll find it was not.
Okay, well look, let me help you get you back in your box. There you go. You can thank me later. Big hello to you.
At least give me one of the biscuits.
Down, Gandalf. Down. Bad Gandalf. Naughty Gandalf. Hello, everyone. It's great to see you, and I hope you find you well. We're here. We've got the toasters. We've got Gandalf, and there's also some kind of monkey. Oh, Gandalf!
Of the rocks.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait. So a huge thank you to those who dropped off the Gandalf biscuit supply when we were at the Great Electric Train Show. It's always an honour. Gandalf is now munching away like a complete champ over there, or certainly a complete something. So, hello everyone, how are you doing? Good to see you, hope I find you well. I'm Jenny Kirk, this is the Monday Club, and of course, please like, share and subscribe as we go through the evening's proceedings. So, Monkey of Madness, hit the lever!
Welcome to the Monday Club, your online model rail club for all the news, gossip, layout tours and more, with your host, broadcaster and model Jenny Kirk.
The Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey.
You want me to do everything you do?
Yeah, well, just a little something.
Why are you telling me that I have to do my job?
Hold on, I've got something to fix that.
Ah!
There we go. Right, we're back up and running, so good to see you. Hope you're well. We've got a lot of people in. Do spread the word. We've got Ben Tullett, Valleys 56XX, Harp House Holt, Simon Trains Model Railway, Fly Machem, One Summer Breeze Model Railway, Mora King, Martin Webber, OO Gauge Journey Official. Now everybody's like, I need to get my name in, But it goes too quick. Haywood.
You have to do it in the style of a rap. Come on, I'll give you the beatboxing.
Okay, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, Andrew Cleaver, Mick Edgley. I'm sure they've changed how screen names are displayed because it's actually harder to read them. Dave Scott, Warbler Productions. Ah, yes. TARDIS detection program running. Enhanced 34 to 48. TARDIS detected. Ruben Ashwell says rapping. It's like you've been watching too many reruns of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I've been watching too many reruns of everything.
Yeah. Anthnil. Right, there we go. So, on your laser display screens, you'll be seeing actually what Jablight's Peak actually currently looks like. So, the yellow finger of doom is just pointing. I love this angle, actually. I've moved the camera as well, so you can actually see the train going into the tunnel and out of the tunnel again. So what we're talking about is developments on Weir Yard. Now, I've gone at it with a great gusto. I had a week off work last week. Not that it stopped me from working.
You got some syrup.
I ended up pulling 6 shifts in 3 days for the film company. But I was on holiday. Yes. Oh, we really need you. I'm short of people. I like money. It's good. Anyway,
Money can be used to purchase goods and services.
Yes, money. Spending a lot on the redevelopment of Weir Yard. Yes, I'll take some of that. So yeah, there's a lot of progress gone on. If you want to see the full lowdown on how I did it, it's all filmed. There are videos. Parts 1 and parts 2 have done very well, but a little bird told me, aka the algorithm, that for some reason you guys haven't found part 3 yet, so do check it out. It's a doozy. We do put together the mountain, but we've got coming up in subsequent parts a ballasting made easy. I show you how video on part of the build. Also, what else have I got? Oh yeah, the water effects. There's a whole video on doing the water effects. And you see that white stuff, that's white water, but it's solid. You can touch it, you can lick it even. It's completely solid, but it's made using casting water and a couple of other easy to get hold of bits and pieces. And I show you how in a video coming up. What the? Pink Hands of Doom, Train Spotter Tamworth. Hey, great to see you as well. OO Gauge Journey Official says, I need to watch the recent videos. Been high on antibiotics recently. Hashtag chest infections. Sorry to hear, actually. Chest infections really are quite bad. I hate the ones that keep you up at night. And the
my goodness.
The tickly cough.
You had such a bad time that you were hallucinating at one point with that. And actually said, the virus knows my weakness.
Yeah, we laugh about it now, but yes, I had an illness so bad with this tickly cough that every time you started to drift off to sleep, you'd wake up with a coughing fit. So I hadn't slept at this point in about 48 hours.
Yeah.
And you ended up calling my mum, and she came over with the secret formula.
Your mum, the nurse.
Yeah, she found the good stuff that puts you to sleep. And I think I slept for about 18 hours straight with that stuff.
Yeah.
I needed it, I really did. Ben Tillett says, the redevelopment really has made that area look much wider and spacious. I think moving the camera has helped as well.
But no, it is wider and more spacious because you've got more depth.
Yeah, the mountain is actually taller.
I'm actually holding my hand here at a point where before I wouldn't have been able to because there was a large board that blocked the way.
Yeah,
so there is
it was just a
depth.
It was just a wall of. I kept looking at it and thinking, why can't I see my model railway? Why can I only see the fascia? And it's putting right those mistakes that you make when you're eagerly building a model railway, and then actually with using the model railway, you look at it and think, this isn't how I want it to be. And also, as I've said time and time again, it's about the ability to do better things. You know, your skills get better as a modeler. So that's what I've done.
I think everyone's right. As much as I loved that back scene that was done by Les, and I love the one at the front as well, on the front of Weir Yard, which we'll show soon. Yeah, the photographic one, so good.
Right, well, where's it gone? I was trying to read a post and you wouldn't. The Growler Blackwood Engage... You've moved it again. Put it back to where it was. The Growler Blackwood Engage layout says, what are all the red things? They're actually flower tufts from War World Scenics. I used yellow and purple ones extensively on Minith Tattoos New With, and people said lots of nice things about them. So I had a box of red ones and I used them on there. So they're basically red flowers. They do, I don't know, do they work? And don't just blindly
it's
say...
very bright. I would personally...
Is that your way of saying...
No, I would personally tone it down because of the way that the cameras interact with the lights in here, they pop out.
Okay.
So personally, I would put, and I'm only saying this as a suggestion, consider putting a few browns in it.
A few browns. Well, we'll have a jolly good think about it. Now, Mark Wayman, and also I did see another name. It's gone off the top. Oh, Peachy TT120 as well. We've got some newcomers. Mark Waitman too. So, Gandalf, come on. There we go. Oh, you're breaking my hand.
You're breaking my bottom.
Yes.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they need to.
Thanks, Gandalf. 57305 Victoria Wood says it looks like the red weed from War of the Worlds. It will tone down a little bit. Actually, in person, I think it looks nice. I'm just looking.
It does. My only thing is the. I'm going to just bring over this onto the big screen. It doesn't look.
It doesn't look so bad on that.
Okay, so maybe what we actually do is leave it as it is. But notice on the back, near where the cross is.
They're bushes.
The bushes at the back are reds contrasted with browns.
Yeah, because the bushes. They're not all red.
And that's what I was suggesting. But to be honest with you, I think it's actually the way the thing is displaying on the screen. And it does the same on phones.
Yeah. Werewolf JTG says, lovely waterfall, Jenny. Looks amazing. Look out for the video. We're going to be doing a masterclass video on doing the water. So from nothing through to a white water stream. There's tarn, there's rapids. There's all sorts of stuff going on. And a couple of... well, there's actually one model railway product I've added in to get some of the effects. And the other... it's bits out of an old pillow filling. So stick with us as we go through the rebuild. We've got 2 videos coming up next week. So you can check that out. I don't know where we get up to. I've filmed so many videos. I'm not actually sure.
We're about to do episode 4, but as to what's in episode 4, that's a different matter.
Right, anyway, get that off the screen. People can't, they're sitting there scrutinising it. I don't need to watch the videos, I've already seen it. But if you want to see how I did it, then do check out the videos as they come up.
Yeah, it's more like a Columbo. We know what you've done. We want to see how.
James Petts, apparently. There we are, James Petts. Good evening to you. There's a degree of lateness.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. RG models, yes. Colours tend to look different through a camera lens as opposed to the naked eye. And one of the other things I found as well is the monitor that you're viewing the picture on can also change that. For many, many years, back in the good old days, the horrible days of a 14-inch CRT monitor, I had a lovely photograph which looked like a silhouette. And I'd taken it back in the very, very early, I think probably about 2000, 2001. And it was like a silhouette of a Fordson Major tractor on the skyline as the sun rose. And it looked really nice until I got an LCD monitor many years later. And I realised it wasn't a silhouette anymore. And this is what I mean, is like, you know, down to the monitor that you see things on can change the colour reproduction.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons, and I should have twigged this, because when I worked at Stowe Bowden Wilson, they had very expensive monitors whereby the colour they displayed was guaranteed to be the actual colour. And the reason for this, we were doing graphic design and such like. And it was very expensive, but it guaranteed the colour reproduction. So actually, I'm thinking about it. I think the photograph I took in 1999, 1998, very early days of digital photography as well, it must be said, taken on a Fujifilm DX10. Now, there's a blast from the past.
Was that one of the first to use... there wasn't SD card, it was like compact flash or something.
No, it used smart media, which was
Oh
one of
my
the.
goodness.
Do you remember back in the day there was a battle of the formats, as there always is, and there were a number of different formats that digital devices jockeyed with each other for, and Compact Flash was actually the first.
Compact Flash, SD, Smart Media, Magic Git.
SD came later. SD wasn't there at the start. I seem to recall that there was Sony Memory Stick, Smart Media, and Compact Flash. Now, Compact Flash was supported by Kodak.
Kodak,
So it's
yes.
Kodak Compact Flash. Smart Media was Fujifilm. And then Sony, as they usually do, had their own proprietary format.
Proprietary, over-engineered nonsense.
Yeah, and I do remember as well, IBM came up with MicroDrive, and that used the Compact Flash interface, but it was like a very, very small hard drive. And that was back in the days when the Compact Flash cards were like 8 megabytes.
I'm surprised IBM were allowed to call it MicroDrive.
Why?
Because Sinclair invented MicroDrive back in the 80s. And
Anyway,
Amstrad still owned Sinclair at the time.
well, maybe they licensed it. J. Paul Anderson has just rocked up.
A Monday clobber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They're right precisely where they've been to.
Big hello to Trap Driver. Says hello from Panama. I don't think we've had Panama on
wow.
that. So we'll wheel out our 3D.
That's an amazing map. So much detail.
Yes, unfortunately I spilled lemon juice on it, so people at
It's
home
invisible
might
to
not be
cameras.
able to see it. There's a big story attached to that.
Yes. If
But
you don't know it, look up the source of the Dunning-Kruger effect.
The Dunning... Was that the name of the guy? Mr. Lemon Juice?
No. Dunning and Kruger are the psychiatrists who went and studied his stupidity.
Oh, XD cards. Yes.
Oh man, yes.
Well, XD cards, the broadcast version of SD cards. I think they use the same slot but different internal architecture.
And different speeds as well.
Yeah, because when I worked on Biggest Little Railway on the 2-week film shoot up in Scotland, in the production office, it sounds fancy, wasn't. It was basically a tent a lot of the time.
It was a tent that had the production people in it.
But they had big boxes where, at the end of days filming, the XD cards out of the cameras, and that's what I found intriguing, because I hadn't really studied broadcast cameras for a long time. The last time I saw a broadcast camera, it actually took a physical DAT tape. That's how long it had been since I'd actually been in a production office. But at the end of each day's filming, they'd take all of the XD cards, they get put in a box, and then that would be couriered back to London.
Wow.
So that they would get the rushes. And I just found it really weird that they were using these cards that look like SD cards.
Mineral wagons come off the track.
Where?
We just had a message from Andy Sawyer.
A mineral wagon?
Let me just check the squad. For those of you who aren't aware, several YouTubers are in a group called The Squad.
Yes,
and
can I just say, everything that's supposed to be running is running, so there we go. Right,
I have no idea where on the thing that is.
How on earth? Well, they're in a siding. And this is important to me. Why?
Gratuitous butt shot, here we are.
Yes, they're in a siding. So, I'm sorry, you're supposed to use that algorithm to find the TARDIS.
Andy.
Yeah.
We've just got a message here from Dave Rowledge. Just watched the TMC challenge. You were robbed.
Yes, we were. Unbelievable. And they used bloody bog roll mixed with water and PVA glue.
To be fair, having one team as the villains and then having them the villains win has caused more comments than if you guys had won.
Yeah, we need a rematch. But I blame
Rematch.
I blame Howard Smith from TMC. The guy was a pushover, and Laurie really knew how to push it. Like, going, but the rules say this.
Controversy! You're not going to get invited back now.
I'm sorry, but Laurie was a bit of a rules grifter.
Someone's going to get injected from the squad.
What? No, TARDIS by the tunnels, says Aaronville. Yes, it is.
By the top tunnel, yes, it is.
It is, yes. Now, and here's controversial, talking about the Weiryard rebuild.
Peachy blames Howard as well.
Yes, Peachy, you know who it was. But the thing about Howard was, he came up with these rules and then didn't properly apply them. That's from underneath.
He's not going to invite you back.
Well, he has to, because everybody wants a rematch. And I will do it with one hand behind my... No, I won't, actually, because how am I going to scratch my ass?
With the other hand.
No, it'll be busy. Right, somebody was asking about static grass, and the thing about static grass is that actually the less effort you put in, the better it looks.
Well, yeah, otherwise it would look like you're overthinking.
Yeah, I think with a lot of these techniques and applications and stuff, if you try too hard, you end up micromanaging the process, and it actually comes out looking not as good as if you just freestyle it. And that comes back to confidence. I talk about this an awful lot, a lot of the time. Really, the only skill you need is confidence in your own abilities. And when it comes to static grass, the tips that I follow... Yes, I would love one. And the tips that I follow... I'll have Coke, please. The tips that I follow, right. Choose a few different fibre lengths and colours and rough mix them in the hopper. So what do I mean by this? You get your static grass applicator. Right, so this here, there's my static grass. It's a pint grass, I know that. But let's imagination. Really, really powerful. Right. So there's your hopper. So I've had sugar. What do you want for it? Oh, what do you like? So put in. Let's, for the sake of it, for the grasses that you saw in the foreground, where Jablight's Peak is, 1mm autumn, 4mm autumn, 2mm summer, and then 4mm patchy grass, 4mm muddy grass, and then when you've got all them, you put them one at a time in, get something like the handle of a spoon, put it in, stir it a couple of times. You don't want it thoroughly mixed. If you thoroughly mix them, all you get is a new colour. You actually want that rough mix. You then put your lid on. That's important. I didn't do that. It is possible to see in the time lapse on the TMC YouTube channel, but I did get away with it. And then you go for it, and you just basically shake the living daylights out of this thing over the area that you put the basing glue on. And then once you've got a nice layer, layering spray, and you can either, if you want deep grass, go again with your static grass, or you can start doing the little fine scatters. Now the fine scatters, this is probably the most important thing to get that really lovely rough and wild look that I do. There are 3 colours that you need to have, and they're not the 3 colours that most people immediately buy. You need algae green, and it looks garish in the tub on its own. It's like a really bright, vibrant green. And all you're doing is a little pinch of that, and it's a bit like seasoning. You know, a little pinch, and don't put too much. And if anything, it's like less is more, less is more. Keep that mantra in your head, less is more. Because you can always put a bit more on, but you can't take it off once it's down. Then there's an olive green scatter, and it's very, very fine scatter. Again, little sprinkle, and then dark green scatter, and a little sprinkle, and then a spray of static grass. You can put in some flowers as well. Treat the flowers, which are a fine scatter. Do like yellows, reds, whites even, purples and blues. You can put a little bit of them in for the colour of like some of your meadow grass flowers. But then you can go over the top of it and you can mute some of those colours with a final pass of static grass. And that's how to do it. And again, it's like the less effort that you make in how you can oh look, I'm not even looking sort of thing, then actually the better the effect you get. Now, if there's any areas, and this is really important, any areas that you don't want to be trying to clean up from the static grass, masking tape. This includes your ballast, your track, buildings, water features, all things like this. Get yourself some wide masking tape. You'll use loads of it. And as we go through the video series, you will see me use up reels and reels of masking tape at various points to put down on the track, on the ballast, over buildings, on rock faces. There's all manner of places that you might be thinking, right, I don't want static grass on this. I don't want the aggro. And then when you do the static grass, they protect those areas from getting static grass. And when you're finished, you can take that up and your ballast is pristine underneath. No aggro, no hassle, no annoying fibres. So, Dan Stillan says, I have a King class running tonight at a friend's house. Boom! I think I've only got one King class. Look, I've got one of the new Tools Hornby ones. It is a lovely model, it must be said. HO Pico models, has Ben Tullett found one for Jenny to enter a collection. The HO Pico model of the early pre-BR08. Well, they're the class 11s that sold to the Netherlands. Yeah, there's a preserved one of those at Preston, the Preston Docks Railways. The only trouble is, being HO, it'll look a little bit odd next to 00 because it'll be undersized. DJK666 asks, is it worth doing the static grass before the ballast? I've done before and I've done after. And the honest truth is that you probably do need to mask your track, whether it's ballasted or not. The reason being, you'll get static grass fibres in amongst the sleepers, and even after you ballast, you'll still be able to see some of those draped over the sleepers, and it will get mixed up in your ballast when you're brushing it into place. So I would say it doesn't matter. You can blend the static grass into the ballast easier if you do the ballasting first. But that, you know, it's not the be-all and end-all. I've done both methods, and as long as you mask your track, then actually you get great results. If you ballast after you do static grass, do bear in mind that if you're ballasting up to where the grass starts, then you'll get quite a clean line between the two. And that's okay, because you can use a little bit of the scatter and some static grass layering spray just to blend in the edges. So, yeah, either way's good. RG Model says, I find static grass very itchy if you get it all over you. I suppose it would be. Not unlike during the bad old days of doing loft insulation, and it would always fight dirty. You'd wear overalls and gloves, but it'd always get you in between. But I've never had that issue. Ham Shackleton says, grass in the ballast is good for little used, i.e. preserved lines. To a point. What I would warn is that static grassing your track, I've not had great results doing it with a static grass applicator. I tend to find it's too overbearing. Your track just disappears. If you're trying to do grass track, honestly, you probably need to do it very carefully by hand, by sprinkling small amounts close up where you need them to be. Valleys 56XX says, top tip, if you're bald and want to look like Action Man, 4mm static grass is the answer. Oh, interesting enough, when we filmed Great Model Railway Challenge, one of the presenters got static grass. He had, you know, the full-on dome wax, bone dome going on. And I forgot his name, but he really enjoyed my sci-fi books, which are still available. You can buy them.
He's on the chair in YouTuber's Corner.
Oh yes, he is both presenters are in YouTuber's Corner, because as it turns out, whilst you guys can buy your own duplicates of the models, I've got the screen used one, well, certainly of one of them.
Screen used.
It's screen used.
He's sitting down.
No, as in it's the yeah, it wasn't that one. He's the car SOS guy. It's actually the other guy. Now I don't have the screen used other guy, but he was the one that we static grassed. Ray Central says the static grass applicator sounds dangerous. You could well zap those annoying flies. Right. Now I see. Yeah, I'll let you read that out later on. But we're on a roll with static grass.
Go for it.
I see people going, oh, you don't need to spend money on your own static grass applicator. You can make your own out of a fly zapper.
You can.
You can, but what I've found later in life is that sometimes paying for the convenience of something that is safe and effective far outweighs the couple of quid you save. And it's not saying that you can't do that, but I actually find the War World Scenics ones absolutely fine. They're actually exactly the same as the ones that Pico sold under the Pico branding. I believe were made for them by War World Scenics. And you can't electrocute yourself from them.
Well, not unless you lift the battery.
Yeah, but you get if you touch the gauze with your finger, you get like a zzz. What do we look?
Tim Shaw, was that his name?
Tim Shaw, yes, that's the one. Yes, the London Cheesehead, that's the one. Thank you. I'm not very good at remembering names, it must be said. Nick Garolimo says Chris Navarre does great grass on track. He does actually. He does. I think he's using something like the Progress Micro. Is it a Progress Micro or the Detailer? Progress Detailer with the smallest head. But I find them a little bit tedious. You need patience of a saint to do that.
Yeah, but you're trying to static grass an entire house.
DJK666 says, I actually zapped my wife with ours.
Do not give Jenny any ideas.
Ian White says, has anyone else noticed that if you go to the Olivia's website, it goes to Rainbow Railway's site? Yeah, and I actually know the true story. I know a few people have been trying to make clickbaity videos.
Of course they have.
Without knowing any of the details. Now,
Jen, you should know by now that on the internet, facts don't matter.
Yeah, facts don't matter.
Facts don't matter. Being first and being loud is what matters.
Being first and being loud is worth more than anything else. But, I was told the full story. However, until it's officially made public, I was asked not to share it. So I'm afraid there's a very, very reasonable answer to everything. And it all makes sense, but I can't tell you.
And
so
there usually is a reasonable
and
answer.
that's how it normally happens. And this is one of the problems with being well connected in the model railway world. It has its ups and downs because you end up finding out about things officially that you can't tell people.
Yeah.
But then it also means you can't speculate because you're basically either lying because you're saying something that you know is not true in order to make a clickbaity video, or you're getting a lot of trouble and nobody tells you anything ever again.
It's the same as on things with embargoes. Like, yes, you can see things early, but let's face it, you're not going to be able to tell anyone.
Yeah. Good night, Jacob's Trains. Take great care. So they've got to go and revise for my mocks. Oh, well, look, take care. Best of luck with those.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's one of those things that, you need the piece of paper. I'll tell you now, having the piece of paper that you get from how well you perform in these exams is important. But it doesn't matter if straight after the exam you forget everything you ever learned. Just getting the piece of paper is what's important. So don't sweat it too much, but definitely on the day, hopefully you'll do perfectly well. Get that good piece of paper. I mean, it's like A-level maths. I did things that I could not tell you how to do now, but I've got the piece of paper that says I did it then.
The mocks are actually good. I highly recommend if you have the chance. Go into the mocks having done as many past exams as you can and work out how to get the answers. And then after the exam is over, talk to your teachers about the mock exam and what you think you did bad, what you think you did good. Talk it through with them. They'll love that because it's someone actually talking to them about the stuff they're interested in. And seeing if you can work out what's what.
All right, Flip Video Demo says, it is me, Richard Brighton. I did wonder who it was, but YouTube is only showing my username, not my real name.
Yeah, there's something weird going
YouTube.
on.
Hey, so what's YouTube calling me? Because what's our channel actually called?
Let's have a look.
No, it says at Jennifer E. Kirk. Yeah, YouTube is always broken. Richard Brighton.
We're not seeing what the channel's called, because the channel's called Jennifer E. Kirk Model Railways, or Jenny Kirk Model Railways, something like that.
Well, at Jennifer E. Kirk is fine. I'm not actually sure what our maybe that's what our channel is actually officially called, as Jennifer E. Kirk.
No, that's our username. That's what. If you go to youtube.com/@Jennifer E. Kirk, it'll come up with your channel. It's showing us the short form.
Yeah, YouTube is always broken. It's because the tech bros can't stop poking at it. Peter Joyce says, hello everyone. I've tried to model on my layout tonight, but my brain isn't letting me, so watching the Monday Club and eating biscuits instead. Going to have another go tomorrow. That's absolutely fine. And, you know, we always say that doing the railway modelling is really great for mental health and such like. Sometimes, you know, if it ain't coming, don't force it. Just run some trains or something and just, you know, relax, take some time out. And, yeah, come back another day.
Absolutely. Jen's absolutely right there. Never force it.
No, because
listen to your body. It's saying, let's not do that tonight. We're exhausted. We want to just sit and relax. So run some trains, watch some YouTube. Just have a night off and then see how it goes. If you force it, you end up making it something that you actively don't want to do.
Oh, right. Flip Video Demo says, if you want to ask about Olivia's rails, bespoke, etc., I can answer. Oh, does this mean we could get him on?
Richard, does that mean that you could come on the show and answer the questions, or does that mean that you will answer them in the chat? I don't want to try and be pushy, but it might be good to try and get
the true story out there. I know that some people have been making clickbaity videos where they've basically guessed or fed off rumours. So let's just.
So while Jen's doing that, I'm going to talk about what I've been doing over the last week. So you might notice that we haven't had a video from Getz. We do have footage.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. I know you can't come in. You're in Sheffield. But it says it can come on, or we can call him. Or how would we do that? Well, it'd be Facebook video.
We could do Facebook video or just an audio call if you prefer. When he's saying you can't come in, and it can't come on.
I'd need headphones on either way.
Well, yeah, I'll set that up.
Where are the headphones?
Not a problem at all for headphones.
They should be down there. Rick Morley says, anyone coming up to Aberdeen this weekend for their model rail show? Yeah, Richard Gruter says, if you force a fart, it goes wrong too. They always say farts are like marriage. If you have to try too hard, it's just going to be crap.
Have
you unplugged?
Audio would be best if possible. You have gravy face. Fair enough. Right.
Yes, gravy face.
We'll get you on.
But you can actually bring him up as just Facebook audio rather than.
Don't pull it. Don't pull it. Don't pull it.
Well, what's happened? Is it jammed?
It's caught onto the computer.
Oh no! Andy Fry's Junction says, don't forget it's the Great British Model Railway Exhibition at Gaydon this weekend at the British Motor Museum. Oh, yes, it is. I've never been there, actually, it must be said.
Right, that should be better.
So, Richard Brighton, be prepared. We may be having you on in a moment.
Hey. So, yeah, I want to finish off what I was saying. We haven't had a video from Getz yet. The reason for this, we have the footage. We're doing the challenge, the same challenge that Craig set himself. And it went, oh, I like that idea, so we had a chat, and we're going to do it too. But we've had a busy weekend. You might have noticed the photos.
Daryl Lewis is Jen. I see you have your pics up on the wall. Yes, these are the ones that I got from Charlie. Very pleased with that. I voted for Charlie. Charlie didn't vote for me. I found them hilarious. When he gave them to me, he was worried. He was like, oh, I'm not sure how appropriate these are. They were given to me by a member of my model rail club.
Highly inappropriate. We approve.
And I was just looking at it, and I couldn't. It was like the funniest thing I'd ever seen. So I was more than happy, and I said, "Oh, I really want them." So, and he went, "Well, there you are. Take these." So I have them. Thank you so much, Charlie. Right, I haven't got chat up on the screen at the moment
Because we are setting up for this call.
Right, at the moment I've got 0 volume in my headphones. So,
How's that?
Yeah, leave it there. Keep your finger off that dial. Don't touch that.
Don't touch that dial.
So I've got my headphones on, and we're going to try and raise the Richard Brighton. Yeah, start call. So you might hear the calling sounds. Can we actually turn down the calling sounds? Oh, well, there we go. So, hello caller, are you there? Are we actually connected? I don't hear anything.
Hello.
Oh, right, yes, I can hear you now.
Hurrah!
Hurrah, huzzah! So, how
Hang on one moment. Okay, Google, turn on the ceiling light. There we go. I'm not in the dark now.
Yeah, well, it's all right. I can't. Well, we can't see you anyway. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, Castle Hill Light Railway says, "Can you hear me, mother?" Right. Yeah. No,
Are you there?
Are you there? You are live on air. Please don't swear. And Harp Household says, "Turn it up to 11 for a Billy's replacement speakers moment." So anyway, yes, Richard Brighton. So
Hello.
talking about I've noticed there's been a lot of speculation online about Olivia's and Rails, and for obvious reasons, Rails haven't taken their time to think about how to proceed, rather than just rushing out things. But a great opportunity here for you to put the record straight. I noticed a lot of people have been speculating. So what's the actual story? What actually happened?
So it started a while back when Olivia's approached Rails because Neil wanted to take retirement. And he was keen that the skill set of the staff didn't go away and the services could still be offered, etc., etc. So he approached Rails with an offer to buy the stock and the company and to 2p the staff across to Rails. The first phase of that was to buy most of the warehouse stock that Olivia's had. And that's when people will have noticed warehouse finds or previously out of stock items suddenly appearing and continuing to appear on the Rails website. And
then just so people know that they're brand new shop stock. They just sat in the warehouse at Olivia's. So they've never been out of the box. They're exactly as they would have been if you'd have bought them back in the day, and that's why they all came back into stock.
Yes, they're all brand new stock items. That's correct. Yes. It's just that Olivia's had them in stock a little bit longer than other shops had them, or had deeper stocks than some other shops had. So there were some lines that were in stock at Olivia's that weren't available anywhere else, and Rails took that stock from him and paid for that stock and put it into their warehouse, and off we go. The second stage of the process was to buy the Olivia's brand. And then to transfer the staff across as per 2p regulations. However, Neil had a change of heart during that process and decided that he would want to continue trading. That then meant that Rails could not 2p the staff, we could not transfer any customer data, and we couldn't transfer things like pre-orders and things like that across because we hadn't actually bought the business. So talking to the staff, they decided unanimously that actually they still wanted to proceed with the transfer. They still wanted to come and work at Chesterfield Road for Rails. So that is what we did in order to honour them and to make sure that they had continued employment and that nobody would lose their job over this. We found that was the most important thing. Number one, that no one lost their job, and number two, that the hobby didn't lose the skill set that those staff have.
Yeah, because I presume these are the staff that at Olivia's would have done the customization, things like weathering, the sound fitting, that kind of thing that Olivia's was well known for. So they've now
Yes, they're weathering, renumbering, repaints, DCC fitting, crew fitting, lamp fitting, etc., etc., etc. All the customization stuff. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's also shop staff as well and back office staff. So it was important that we offered the opportunity to everyone we could to come over, and they decided that is what they wanted to do. And of course, it's Neil's prerogative as the business owner to choose who he doesn't and who he does sell his business to.
Yeah.
And it's the staff's prerogative as human beings to decide who they would like to work for. So this was very much an exercise in free will by Neil as he owned Olivia's, and by the staff to decide where they wanted to work. Neil has since decided that he does want to still sort of go after the idea of retirement. He still does want to retire from the hobby, and he has his friends at Rainbow Railways, and that's where his website now redirects to.
Right, so that's the reason. I know some people were saying in the chat that it was now redirecting there rather than anywhere else.
Yes.
So
that's right, yeah. So Olivia's Trains website will redirect to Rainbow Railways, yes.
So have they bought the Olivia's brand, do you know, or do you not know?
That I'm not party to. I don't know that information, so I wouldn't want to speculate.
Right, that's
I just know that the website itself is still there, but it redirects to Rainbow Railways.
And is the Olivia's shop, do you know, are they still open and trading, or have they shut down now?
As far as I'm aware, the physical store is closed.
Right, okay.
So as far as I am aware, and this is the latest information I have, that Neil has retired and passed everything over to Rainbow for them to sort of, if you go and have a look on his website, it goes to there.
Right.
So I don't think his shop is trading.
Right.
From what I see online, it doesn't appear that it is, and if you try and book an appointment and stuff, that website doesn't exist anymore. So
right.
That's what I understand from that. In terms of what Rails are doing, there will be a small delay because at the moment the team are housed in temporary workshops behind Chesterfield Road. And you, Jenny, will recognise it. You've been there, and you've been in the little canteen
Village
at the back.
Yeah, the Rails Village.
Yes, the Rails Village behind the shop, yes. So we're busy building them a state-of-the-art workshop, spare no expense, everything in there. So they get their own spray rooms, Dremel booths, workbenches, all new tools, new test layouts, everything.
So is this in the area because I know that before the Dronfield site opened up, in the Rails Village behind is where the mail order packing and a lot of
it's still on the Chesterfield Road campus, but it's not in one of the buildings that Rails previously had. So this is an addition to the Rails Village.
Right, I'm with you.
So the Chesterfield Road team has expanded from about 5 sales staff in the shop. So we've expanded the shop team and the retail team and taken on Rails Bespoke as well. We're currently up to about 20 staff in terms of that area.
Right. Yes.
So, and it will increase a little bit more. There's a lot more services that we can offer, but at the moment they're only in a temporary workshop in what you would have known as the rummage room.
Yes, I know the one, which formerly was, I seem to recall that was where the mail order picking room used to be.
I think you might be right, yes. Whereas there's a brand new workshop actually being put together for them, which is about 4 times the size of that, so that they've got room for expansion of the team as well.
There's a question just come in actually from Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath. He says, does this mean the end of the rummage days at Rails at the yard at the back? Oh,
no. We still have our centre shop. So for those of you familiar with the layout of Rails, as you come out of Sheffield, the first thing you'll find is the vintage toy shop.
Yes.
Then you'll find the Emporium, which is the shop with the buffer stops and the nice bench in the middle.
Yeah.
Then you'll find the middle shop, which is all pre-owned. And in the middle of the middle shop, there are some rather large tables, all with trays of rummage things on them for you to have a look through. And then there's what was called the main shop, which is where Rails was originally, in terms of that's the original shop. So the rummage very much still exists. There is still quite a lot of stock available to look through. It means that it won't be in that room, but there's nothing saying that we won't do rummage, especially in the spring and summer months, where we can put all the tables outside in that courtyard area. But what it does allow us to do, which is something that we haven't done and something that I've negotiated for the next event, which is the Scalextric event, which is on the 31st of October, / 1st of November.
Oh, right. Okay, so a dedicated Scalextrics.
Yes, dedicated. It's called the Scalextric Showdown. There will be races. There will be prizes. There will be goodie bags. There's loads of discounts on Scalextric kit.
And do you
but
have
as part of that, for the first time ever, we will also be having a burger van. Hurrah!
The burger van. Oh, the roach coach.
A burger van. I know.
Do you actually have a lot of second-hand stocks of Scalextrics as well as brand new then?
We're putting that together now. I can't answer that question at the moment, but we're putting that together now. So yes, we do have some.
You should see the look on Zoe's face. She's quite a Scalextrics aficionado. Also, can I just say, Peachy TT120 says, Richard Brighton sounds all grown up now. Say it ain't so.
I know, it's all posh, isn't it, and everything.
Yeah. All respectable. You probably
Rails retail group manager. Hello.
Yeah. It's like.
Well, it's gone from being Rails of Sheffield retail to we've got Rails of Sheffield, we've got Rails Bespoke, we've got Vintage Toys and Trains, and of course next month we'll be bringing online the station shop as well.
So that's coming next month. Do you have an opening date specific?
No, not yet. We have a day where we'll get the keys and we'll start stocking it up, but we will likely just open to the public without announcement, and because we want to know what systems work and what systems don't, and things will fall over and things will fail, as you know, Jenny. So we've got to make sure everything's working before we have a great big grand opening.
It says here, he sounds like a man who wears shoes to work.
Big ones now.
What, big red ones?
No, yes, haha. I didn't hear. Was that Zoe I heard in the background there with that comment?
What, sniggering? Yes, I'm afraid.
No, just the clown.
Is there a clown in the house? Yeah, there we are.
I thought so.
The Tumbler clowns. So going forward, then you've got the workshop with the staff who were formerly at Olivia's, and is it basically what you previously could get through Olivia's that they will offer now through Rails, or is there?
To a large extent, yes. We're putting everything together to try and offer as many of the services as we possibly can. Obviously, you'll understand that means buying an awful lot of equipment, setting up an awful lot of tools and services. The systems alone are just huge.
Yeah, I can imagine. Basically, kitting a workshop out from the ground up is quite a big deal.
And this is great for them, of course, because this is the first time that they've been able to, as a team, as a group, specify exactly what they want, down to the size of the rooms and the type of equipment they've got in there. This is bespoke for them. So it's Rails bespoke for the customers, but it is also a bespoke workshop for them.
Yes.
So they will be able to produce some really special things in there.
Richard Gruter says he'd be happy to do a free review on the burgers for you. Yes, I think he's going to have to join the queue on that one. He says, I need more info on these burgers. Yeah.
Well, there's burgers, there's bacon butties, there's sausages, there's hot dogs, and then there's of course all the hot and cold drinks and the usual gubbins, which is absolutely, and hopefully the weather stays with us because the tables and chairs should be out in that courtyard area.
That would be lovely.
So that would be really nice,
yeah.
Especially as that hopefully if this one goes well, we'll use the same company going forward for all of the events, and that means that especially in the spring and summer events, it's going to have a really nice vibe. And those people who came to the Settle Festival that I put together up there will know what sort of vibe I'm after, because they will have experienced it up there.
Yeah, Oopster says, making me hungry here. It's me. I'm going to go for
Would you like cheese and onions on that?
So it's basically all the major food groups. Oily bits.
Oh, yes.
Lard, oily bits, burnt, crunchy black bits, and ketchup. All the major food groups ticked off. So I'm just looking back through the chat. I think, it's... it must have been very frustrating at Rails seeing people speculating online and knowing that actually they were way off the mark. And presumably until everything's ironed out, you can't make any statement, because there's...
No, you can't, because people's livelihoods are at risk, and you've got to respect them and their decisions. And the most important thing out of all of this, out of everything, is to make sure that people's jobs are safe, make sure people's livelihoods are safe, and that has to be the number one driving factor in any of this.
And so every single person then who was working at Olivia's is now working at Rails. And
that's right, yeah. So I mean, if you come into the shop, if you've been to Olivia's before, you'll have seen Zoe at the front of house, you'll have seen Amy in the post room or making a cup of coffee at the back. You'll have seen Rob handing things over that have been completed and doing testing. They're all there. You'll be able to come in, you can see them all, you can say hello. They're all with us now.
That's brilliant. And it's great to keep the skills within the industry. I know it was a big deal when Hatton's closed its doors. There was a worry that people who had worked for a long time in the industry would then become lost to the industry. And with skills like weathering, repainting, renumbering, they're actually quite specialist skills that takes a long time to build up and perfect. So I think
they really are. So it takes between 2 and 4 years to get someone up to the skill level where they're sort of let loose on customers' products.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's a long learning cycle. Excellent.
So how are you finding working at Rails? Because obviously most people will know you as being Mr. DCC Concepts for so long. You were very much front and foremost one of the major movers and shakers there. So how are you finding the switch to Rails, going to down to the southern end of God's own country?
The very southern tip of it. I am literally on the toenail of Yorkshire, aren't I?
Well, I always thought Sheffield is probably, along with Leeds, one of the most major cities in the whole of Yorkshire. And the fact that it's 5 minutes walk from Derbyshire.
Well, of course, you've got to remember Rails is split across 2 counties, isn't it?
Well,
because the Chesterfield Road site is in South Yorkshire and Dronfield is in Derbyshire.
But it's sort of like it's the honorary outpost of Yorkshire. I'm presuming that John Barber's got the flag raised, and it's like the
there's the white rose shall fly.
So it's the embassy to Derbyshire is that site, and when you come in, you've got Whippet parking and flat cap depository points and stuff.
No, the shelves for the flat caps as you go in, and then when you take your outside shoes off and put your clogs on before you start work. Yeah. That's right.
And also a little track in the grounds where you can walk the squeak out of your shoes. Oh dear.
No, to answer your question, it's exhilarating. There's so much happening, from the major expansion of the Chesterfield Road campus, which. It is the heart and soul of the company, and this is something I think that retailers forget at their peril. They pull everything online and they forget that bricks and mortar retail shop, and you see them quite quickly disappear into the annals of history, because the bricks and mortar shop, the place where people go and touch and feel things and speak to real human beings, is such an emotive place, and it is the heart of the company. If you take that away, then you lose so much more than the amount of money that comes through the till in the shop.
Yeah, very much.
It's really important, and I'm genuinely proud to be leading that part of the company, because it's such an important part of it.
Going forward then, so there's no risk of the Chesterfield Road site closing down.
Absolutely not. It is in quite serious expansion. We are actually taking on new retail sites, not closing down the ones we have.
When you say taking on new retail sites, obviously you've got the site at Sheffield Station.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you expanding the Chesterfield Road site, or is there other?
Well,
other
the Chesterfield Road site is in growth because we've not necessarily in terms of the shop facing on Chesterfield Road itself, but going backwards in terms of the services and facilities that are there. Mm-hmm. That's very much in growth. Yes.
Excellent. And is it great getting home every night? Because I think what a lot of people don't realise is you never lived in Settle. You had a shared house in Settle, but your home was always like 10 minutes walk down the road from the rails site. So you're very rails.
Oh yeah, I mean I live 5 minutes. When there's no traffic, I live 5 minutes away from the Chesterfield Road store. In the morning going to work, it's more like 25 minutes, half an hour, but that's Sheffield for you. But no, I am close by, and the whole family ethos of rails is what was so appealing. That I've got obviously my parents aren't getting any younger, and they have their own health issues. I've got my partner here in Sheffield who is missing me dearly because I would spend so much time away from home.
Yeah.
And it was that element of it that drew me to move to the opportunity that Rails gave me. And it was given to me as a family opportunity from a family business, understanding that a family man needed to be near the rest of his family. It's so important.
And of course, I mean, family is very important. As Al Murray would say, family.
But yes.
A lot of people are actually asking in the chat. Is it OO Gauge Journey says, would love a rails on the Wirral, please. Richard Swiderski says, open a rails in Cheshire. And Valley's 56XX.
I'm never saying never to this. I'm not saying never to this. It's one of those things. If the Sheffield railway station shop does well, then who knows where that may take us.
Yeah, I mean, because it's been a long time since we've had a chain of model shops on the high street, places like, how Model Zone was, and Beatty's before them. Could we see those days again?
I don't know, Jenny. I mean, retail, high street retail is very difficult, and it's a very different animal to the way it was.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of retailers are struggling on the high street, so it's a different world.
You can only stretch supply chains and things so far geographically without getting into more centralised distribution, and then you're just adding costs on costs on costs.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that it will be the only. I'm not saying that Chesterfield Road is going to be the only store. I'm not going to say that Sheffield Station is going to be the only branch. We will have to wait and see what happens, how it works, and whether or not it's successful. And the only way to find that out is to try it. So that's exactly what we're doing.
Well, that's excellent. Well, look, thank you so much for coming on and clearing that up. Like I said before, I've seen so much speculation online, and having known the story, I knew how frustrating it must have been for rails. With people, it's like Chinese whispers. It grows an extra leg every time people pass it on.
Wanted to make sense of a situation which was confusing.
Yeah.
And like anything in a vacuum, people make up ideas or make up solutions that make sense to them, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all do that.
Yeah. As they say, nature abhors a vacuum, and also drill chuck keys as well. It doesn't like them either. They keep going missing too. But look, thank you so much for coming on. It's always a pleasure to speak to you. Next time you stray out of the People's Republic of Yorkshire, then do feel free to pop in. It'd be great to have you in the loft again, although I think it's a bit further a commute to come and be on.
I think it's about the same from Sheffield to you as from Settle to you, to be honest.
You reckon? Well, I suppose it's an easier trip because you don't have to go through Bradford, and the Bradford ring road is notorious. It's the only ring road I've ever driven on where you can accidentally turn off without noticing.
You can do all sorts of things in Bradford. He's in another dimension.
It is, yes, very, very much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you head a bit north out of Bradford, there's a wonderful model shop there, Frising Hall Models, but Bradford itself is like, there be dragons.
Well, look, Frising Hall is a wonderful place, as is Ellis Clark, of course. It's not that far north of that.
Yeah.
And there's you have a model railway triangle in terms of having Frising Hall there, in terms of having Ellis Clark there. You've got at Belbusk, of course, you've got Metcalfe Models making wonderful stuff. You've got DCC Concepts in Settle. You've got 2K Technologies, who's got an outreach centre. Let's say outreach centre. He's got a big warehouse in Settle, and he's based up there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff in that part of the world that's really good quality and fantastic people.
Right, one final question. Actually, somebody did ask this before I let you get back to eating your peas pudding and petting the whippet. The Class 13 was something Olivia's was quite well known for. I take it that's making custom Class 13s has been retired now with the announcement of the Bachmann one.
Yes, that's quite right. Yeah, the Bachmann model. I mean, we had that in the showroom in Rails for a few days for the Bachmann event, and it is spectacular. It is such a nice tooling. It is beautiful, and when they get that liveried up, then that's just going to be wonderful. I know there was a little bit of criticism that they're only doing it in 2 liveries, but it only ever wore 2 livery.
Well,
so
there is a third livery, 13002. Gained its tops number whilst still in BR green. So
we don't talk about those things. We don't talk.
A lot of people have speculated perhaps that would be a collectors club exclusive, or maybe a retailer exclusive. Looking at
don't forget that we will be having a repaint and renumbering service available at the shop.
And you can do more than just the 3 that existed. If people want 13,
basically, if you can pick up a loco from the shelf, then you can have it in any livery you want with any number you want. It is not limited to what is on the shelf anymore.
Oh, but are you privy to knowing how well they're selling? Because I know some people going, "Oh, it's very expensive," but we saw with the.
But
08...
it isn't actually, is it?
No, it isn't.
It isn't. When you compare the price of the 2 08s that actually make up the model,
and those
and then
08s...
factor in that there is a sound decoder and 2 speakers in there, and the fact that everything is synchronized, so everything works perfectly together as well.
But a lot
it's
of
not
people,
that expensive.
I know a lot of people, it's the fun, fashionable thing to moan about price, but the 08s actually sold out to pre-order pretty much.
Of course they did.
Are we seeing the same thing happen to the Class 13?
There's different parts of this hobby, isn't there, Jenny? You know this, I know this. You know, there's the premium end of the hobby, which is always going to be expensive.
Yeah.
There's the mid-range end of the hobby, which is, is the mainstream sort of DCC ready locos and wagons and things like that. And then there's the budget end of people just starting to come on, and they're on a bit of a tight budget, and they want to get something that's lower priced.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, when I was
you've got to cater for all of them. I mean, if you wanted a shunter, I can pick out a Lima shunter for you. If you wanted an 08, we can pick out an 08 for about 40 quid if you wanted one.
Yeah, I mean, the Great Electric Train Show, I actually picked up a Bachmann Class 08, one of the older tooling, but they still look great. I paid £37 for that in a box.
There you go. So we've just done a cabinet refresh, and along the bottom of all the cabinets in that middle shop in the pre-owned store, there are step acrylics, and on each of them there's a loco, and then above the loco there's a series of wagons or coaches that go with that loco.
So like a train
and most of them are under £100 for the whole set.
Yeah.
So if you want to get started in railway modelling, then you can get started in railway modelling at a low cost. You can buy pre-owned track, you can buy pre-owned controllers, you can buy pre-owned locos and rolling stock, and you can have a model railway up and running for very little money.
There are some great deals out there, and I think people
really
forget that. They see the headline prices on new tools, new release models, and forget that there's actually, there's been 25 years
There's a huge quantity of stuff available.
Yeah, I mean,
Huge. I mean, if people come into the shop and go to the centre shop, we've got piles and piles of coaches and wagons and locos and stuff, all for really, really low prices to come in if you're starting in the hobby and you just want to, or even if you've been in the hobby a while and you just want to add some more rolling stock and you don't want to be paying 50 quid a coach, you know?
Yeah.
It's fine. There's plenty for everyone. But it's the same as any hobby. I mean, I love skiing. And I can go skiing and rent some equipment for 20, 30 quid and get on the slope and off I go. Or I can go down to a sports shop and spend thousands and thousands of pounds on new equipment.
Yeah.
The hobby is there for both ends, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like cars. You know, a car has 4 wheels, a seat and a steering wheel. And that, that description fits everything from a Bentley Azure down to a Ford Fiesta. But there's something there to suit everybody's price point, and it still gets you from A to B.
Of course. So I think the important thing to remember is, yes, it may be above some people's price point. And I think the frustration here is that some people are looking that wantonly and wanting to buy it, but can't afford it. So therefore they feel left out. And I understand that.
Yeah.
I get that. But it's only the same as looking at a Ferrari wantonly and say, oh, I really would love to have that car, but I can't afford it.
They're so
it's the same.
expensive. And it's like, well, there's a Ford dealership next door. Let's have a look at what they've got. But look, I'm going to have to let you get on.
Right.
It's always a pleasure, and we'll have to arrange to bring you down here. We do feed people, so you can get yourself a good feed. I'd
love to come down and enjoy some Pepsi of the Max and maybe some of that wonderful pizza that you get in when people visit.
Absolutely, we can do that, and you can come and see the completely rebuilt Weir Yard. It's coming along great, and as I've been saying, people, just check out the build videos. We've got new ones going up every week, but it's a complete refresh, and hopefully people pick up great ideas of what they can do.
If I do come, I'll have to remember to bring some free goodies that we can raffle off.
Oh yes, actually we could do that. Oh, apparently you need to remember your passport because this is Lancashire.
Yeah, so I'm crossing the border. So when I go on the Snake Pass, as I approach Glossop, I need to go through passport control, don't I?
Yeah, they have to check your whippet and make sure that your flat cap is to agreed standards and
industry
dimensions.
standard.
Yeah.
I thought as I went into Manchester, I had to change my flat cap for a baseball cap.
Yeah, but you have to put it on sideways. Although if you can't find a sideways baseball cap, they will allow a regular one turned through 90 degrees. So anyway, look, you take great care of yourself. Thanks for coming on and letting us know the true story of what happened with Rails and Olivia's. And it's great to hear that all those people have carried on with their skills at the under the Rails envelope. So thank you so much. You take great care. Have a great night.
See you now. Bye.
Take care. Bye. So there we go. That's Richard Brighton of Rails of Sheffield with the real lowdown of what was going on with Rails and Olivia. So now you know. So every time you see baseless speculation online, you can go and go, I think you'll find you need to look at the Mundane Club because Jenny Kirk actually got somebody from Rails on and they said what's really going on. Andy had a flat cap, so he must be knowledgeable. Yeah, you'll have to get the Whippet parking spruced. Right, anyway. So
what is wrong with you and your brain?
My brain. My brain. If you shine the light in, you can see all the little hamsters on wheels. Going. Yeah. Werewolf JTG says, great to see Rails taking on the Olivia staff. What are you doing?
I know, I'm trying to do something over here.
Well, you just made all the text so small I can't read it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
SHGP Media says, brain? What is a brain? That's the point, actually. SHGP Media, would you like to come on the show in person next week, next Monday? I know we have talked about getting you on, but next Monday, if you want to come on, and we'll talk about the Dave Clark Model Railway, and also about your own YouTube channel, your Model Railway projects. That would be great to get you on. I would send you an email, but Zoe's got the thing. Right, so night everyone, up early tomorrow, says Daryl Lewis. Look, you take great care of yourself.
Thanks
It's been
for
an
coming
absolute honour having your company, and everybody, don't forget, if you haven't already done so, please like this video and consider sharing it to social media. We need to let people know the one true word that is Monday Club. And also, you can tell them, oh, and if you want to know the truth about Rails of Sheffield, Jenny got the scoop. Woohoo! And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, yada, yada, yada. Right, anyway, SHGP Media says, we'll send an email when we get this press release. Brilliant. Looking forward to it. OO Gauge Journey Official says, hashtag not a cult.
What was that about the Gronks?
Yeah,
Gronk it up! Gronk it up! Gronk it up!
Hashtag not a cult for legal and tax purposes. So, there we go. Somebody was asking about, was I running the Gronk that I got at the Great Electric Train Show? Well, I got 2 Gronks, no waiting. Oh, yeah, so Topsy is very excited because I got 2 Gronks. I paid bargain prices for both of them. 2 different stands, and this goes back to the bargain thing we were talking about. This hobby doesn't need to be expensive, so I got £37. So it's actually off Footplate Models. Some really great deals on Footplate Models this stand. So big up to the Footplate Crop Posse. It was in a box. The box was in great condition. Now, it needed a few bits. It wasn't damaged, but the steps were missing and the screw that holds the body on. Have tested it, works absolutely fine. Looks in mint condition, just missing these parts. But Bachmann Spares, £11 is all it costs to buy all of the bits that the model was missing. Bachmann Spares are actually incredibly well priced. If you need the part, they're not looking to gouge you. They've just got great availability on a lot of parts. So I was able to buy all the parts to refresh this 08 via Bachmann Spares for £11. So that means £48 for a pristine Bachmann 08. 13365 in all over plain green. Can't say fairer than that. But wait, there's more. I also bought the Hatton's special edition of D3232, and that's again all over green but factory weathered, and I think I only paid £52 for that, mint in box, and that didn't actually need anything doing to it. It was like good to go, just DCC fitted it, and I have been running that on the test train here on, in fact, let's do a blast. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to find, right, what I've got to do is I've got to wait for the DMU to get into the loop. Yes, we have a loop.
Do you DMU?
Yes, we do. So select loco, 3232, and I need to change 2 points. And there we go. So there will now be a Gronk running.
Gronky man,
so do you want to get the Jablite mountain cam?
Sure.
I shouldn't call it because it's now Jablite's Peak. I've got a proper adult name and everything for it.
Okay.
So there we go.
Beep, beep.
So you will see one of the 2 Gronks that I bought at the Great Electric Train Show go around. Can I just say as well, we've got the Somerset Andy Memorial Class 47 in Intercity livery. And I got all the Intercity coaches out, and I thought, you know, actually, I'll spare a moment to spare a thought for the much missed member of our community. So I put the Somerset Andy locomotive on the front, and you know, just remembering his amazing generosity. But there's the Class 08 that I got from Getz, trundling around. Actually, I got the press flows from Getz as well, so you're seeing it going around. Yes, TARDIS has moved onto the new mountain. Yeah, there's a few new spots, actually, for us to hide the TARDIS. It's great. Richard Swiderski says, Jenny, my wallet is empty now. I just ordered a CPC040. Andrew Barkley from Rails. That's the hard to get one. When they came out, that's the one I did the review on. And it sold out within a couple of days of me doing the review. I did the same with the P-Class in grey. Now, the Maybe Connected did a video, it sold out. Maybe it's just a coincidence. I prefer to think that it was me
It was
because
the Kirk effect. Wasn't
yeah,
it?
because the alternative is that I'm just some silly woman that nobody pays attention to. Yes, OO Gauge Journey official. You do spy a production 4DD. You've seen it before. It was air freighted in for reviews and stuff. Now, Hornby magazine will have a full spread on the 4DD models, and they're reviewing the Rail Blue one. And I think I can say there's also another version that's not announced. So whilst it's sold out to pre-order, watch this space. There is another version that is not sold out at all. Nobody's bought one because nobody knows it's there. Well, obviously KR models and certain retailers do because, you know, that's how it works. But you can still get a 4DD. There are models. Watch this space. Unannounced livery option coming. You heard it here first. David Scott says, what have you buried at the top of the tunnel mouth? Yeah, there is a gravestone up there. And that is in honour of the navvies who would have perished whilst digging the tunnel and making the railway in the 1850s or whenever. That's my story. I had it, and that's where I put it. Malco Blues has got an O-Gauge West Country kit for 40 squids at a show in Camborne on Sunday. Also a lot of Hornby 00 stuff at great prices from a man who has a stall in Tavistock Pannier Market selling HD models. There's some great deals actually on Hornby 00. I got a caustic liquor tanker wagon very, very cheaply at the Great Electric Train Show actually. So if my father's watching, you now know what you're getting for Christmas. Thank you, Flymo Chairman 1, for sharing the video from SHGP Media, the Dave Clark Model Railway. Definitely worth watching. Denzel Benzel says, your Gronk Jenny was the same. Oh, it's just gone off the top. Can you scroll me down?
I thought I could, but okay, yeah, mouse.
Your Gronk Jenny was the same price when it came out 20 odd years ago. Yeah, actually 37 squids. Maybe it still had the original price ticket on. Maybe the new price ticket peeled off and the sales staff hadn't realised. So maybe maybe that's why I got. No, they had some really great deals actually all across the board.
I got a great deal on. I think it was a Class 21 or Class 20 in N-Gauge. Two of them. Neither works. They need a bit of fixing up on one, but I couldn't say no.
Talking of can't say no,
there were bargains everywhere.
Right, anyway, we have been tempting people with that view of Jablight's Peak and Les's Cliff. If you want to know how I did that, you're going to have to watch the videos as they come up. But it's opened up some amazing views of the layout and of the trains as well. You'll see some sneak peeks in various videos. You probably already have done in the Northeastern Railway P2, the new liveried version of the J26 from Oxford Rail video that's just... Oh, is that going out? When's that? Did that go out last... No, it did go out last week.
That went out on Friday.
So you've already seen a few little hints of the build, but you're not changing the view. But we've got a video coming this Wednesday and Friday. It's double dip into the world of rebuilding.
We're going to have two this week because you might have noticed we're pretty much, while not saying we're going to have the Wednesday video every week, if we can have one, we're having one.
And Harp House Holtz has just watched first 2 episodes. Looks promising. And it's actually 3 episodes of... Oh, I think you were talking about Lower Decks. Okay.
Yes. They're talking about Strange New Worlds. It started to air on ITV.
Right. Raymond Legs says, Gronk redistribution service at work? Oh, yes. You can never have too many Gronks. I lose track.
I'd like to announce one thing as well, Jen.
Is it where babies come from?
No, we've had a message from Sven.
Oh, how?
From Tranfabrique.
Ah, right. So, what did he...
We may have a special guest in either November or December, depending on scheduling.
Oh, right. Do we know any further details or
yes,
not?
Sven might be coming here to Weir Yard November or December, depending on scheduling.
Oh, excellent. Well, we do look forward to that. I don't think we've had Sven.
We haven't.
We've had him on when we did the Rattery Small Train Show last year, which incidentally we are at the Rattery Small Train Show.
I've got to book the hotel.
Beginning of December. I think it's something like the 6th of December. Don't quote me on that. It's a Saturday-only show, but it's a great show down in Rattery Village Hall, which is near. It's actually near Trago Mills. I'm trying to think of the name of the place. Well, it's in Rattery, but it's near to the place near Trago Mills.
It's a really nice show.
I want to say Newton Abbot. It might be near Newton Abbot. But it's a great show, actually. Last year, really successful. It was great to see so many Monday Clubbers who came in double take and went, "What are you doing here?" "It's my neck of the woods, this is." "Yeah, get lost, you slave."
I have to fight you.
Yeah. But we actually obviously had Sven on as a guest.
Yes.
For the live stream we did there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be great. Paul Grant says, "Jenny, you do not have 08419 and BR Blue. Is that the factory weathered Hornby one?"
Ooh.
In which case, yes, that is one that I do need, it must be said. Yeah, Simon Trains Model Railway says, "You expect me to talk, Mr. Trago Mills?" "No, I expect you to buy lots of stuff."
I expect you to play with trains.
Jay.
Choo choo, Mr. Bond.
Near Buckfastleigh. That was the thing. McNevy is in. Near Buckfastleigh. That was the name I was trying to think of. I was thinking I'm sure there's a preserved railway there. Yeah. Near Buckfastleigh. Is there anything to do with the place where the monks make Buckfast?
Surely it is.
AKA the lubricant that makes Friday nights in Scotland quite wild.
The promotion lotion.
Yeah, the Rock This Hoose juice. So there we are. I do actually really like the rebuilt Weir Yard. Already is reaping dividends because we've got an extra train running on the lower level continuously. But also I can, yes, near the drunk monks, yes. Yes, the commotion lotion comes from round there. If you've ever tried, can I just say, it ain't worth trying. If you're sober, it's not very nice.
It's all right.
When we filmed Biggest Little Railway, because we were up in Scotland, I'm sure it was the production company thought they'd rock this hoose, but a couple of bottles of Buckfast turned up at the mid-shoot party that they filmed. I think little bits made the cut, but they did actually ply us with drinks. I will say it now. It's been long enough. They did get us drunk. But there was Buckfast turned up, and I tried it, and it's horrible stuff. Really horrible.
Wasn't your friend DJing as well at that?
Oh, yeah. He was, actually, with his fancy waistcoat and flashy lights and stuff. Yeah, no, we had a great time. If you ever have the opportunity to be involved in TV programs, it is great fun. Yeah. I do a lot of stuff behind the camera still. I've been working actually on a BBC drama this last week. It's weird. It shows how little TV I watch. I didn't know.
Don't know it.
I didn't even know who was cast and who was crew. That's how little I knew about them.
Oh my goodness.
But been filming around Manchester and Rochdale and Bolton.
I've told you, Crime Watch is not a drama.
Yeah. Yeah, McNavy, if you never try Buckfast, you've not missed out. I'll tell you that now.
It's not as bad as Mad Dog 2020.
Oh, Mad Dog 2020. It makes Buckfast seem like Bolly. Paul Grant says, "I have had my one for 19 years. 08419 BR Blue weathered." Yeah, nice. That is one that I'm after. Now, I did have it, but I swapped it with somebody in return for a DCC system, I seem to recall.
And that got you into DCC?
It did. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh,
JL Railways very kindly donated £5 on the super chat. It says, "Jen, the South Devon Railway is worth a visit when you're down here, and I'll try and make it to the show. What's the date?" McNavy can confirm. My brain is saying 6th of December, but the monkey or McNavy will be able to confirm. Roger Windsor says we'll be trying out the new Hornby non-sound Bluetooth decoder this week. Hopefully it's better than the HM7000 sound. I've had one of the test ones here and it performed faultlessly for me. I've actually got it in a J50. Yes, 6th of December. Mac Nevin has confirmed.
Thank you very much. So yes, you can get more details at tramfabrique.co.uk.
Absolutely, and also we need to sort out.
I'll sort the hotel out. Don't worry.
No, not just that. There's we need to, because the sponsorship's changing a little bit, so we need to sort that out.
Yes.
I just
yeah. I'll talk to you.
I have reminded him.
I'll talk to you afterwards because we had cross communications.
Oh right, okay, fair enough. Right. So we're just putting some details into the chat. Leslie Gilpin Railway says, I did get a TV interview the other month for an ITV News feature. Ooh, that's always... yeah, it's all right, but just when you get interviewed for the news, always remember they have an agenda. They have an angle to take on a story. And
if they can make members of the public look like fools, they will.
Yeah. But
ask me how I know.
yes, Zoe, we do know how you made yourself look like a fool.
Look,
anyway,
I'm sorry, but if I have to incite a riot to get on TV, then that's what's going to happen.
So there we are. But no, I was waxing lyrically about my work in film and TV.
Yes, you were, but we're not here for that.
We're not here for that, are we? No, we're not.
We're here for talking about model trains.
Yeah.
Choo-choos.
Choo-choo. Richard Knowles says, bought myself a couple more TT items for when I start.
Oh, very nice.
Well, there's all those new announcements from Hornby. We
had a look at those last week, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Jan, what's in the news?
One moment. Kingfisher says, evening all. So sorry for being late. Just come back from the out of hours GP. Got eerie. Oh, so sorry to hear.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They're right precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome.
Pull my finger. Go on, pull my finger. There we Okay, that's enough. Right. The Growler Blackwood Engage says, I got interviewed by Channel 5 when Trump was in Scotland. I wasn't controversial enough for the reporter.
Oh,
you should have had a bottle of Buckfast about your person. Let's rock this hoose juice.
Come here, Trump. I'll fight you.
Yes.
I'll wrestle you.
Yeah, we orange jobber. Apologies to all Scottish people.
Yes.
They're probably there going, he is though.
He is a wee orange jobber. Right, so what's in the news?
There isn't really an awful lot apart from we've just cleared up all the rail speculation in one short and to the point interview.
I thought we had something that we were supposed to talk about in the news though.
Were we?
I was almost certain there was something that you
were
planning to do.
Right. The new Monday Club badges. There's a low stock warning on the Monday Club badge. The ochre ones have sold incredibly well. And we say this every time, like it's a big surprise. But yeah, no, the Monday Club badge scheme does work quite well. So the ochre badges, yes, they are still available. But we're down to, I think we're down to less than 30 of them, which isn't a lot when you compare to how many we buy in the first place. So we're about to order the next colour, but they will go on sale once we're pretty much out of the ochre ones. There's always a few that bounce through the net and end
because they
up...
fall down the back of the sofa.
Well, no, they don't. They end up in the bottom of the box that's got the padded envelopes that we use for posting them out.
That's true as well, yes.
But anybody wanting green or maroon, they are totally sold out. Blue sold out ages ago. Green and maroon officially sold out at the Great Electric Train Show. I think it was Arundel was the final...
Yeah, they would have sold out earlier, but you found one in your bag.
I did, actually. I honestly did not... We've been announced... I'm just looking at these. Where did these all come from?
Your bag. You take some out of the
Oh, look,
packet.
there's a maroon one.
You take some out of the packet when you go for a walk around shows.
Oh, I do, yeah.
And then we find the ones that we thought we'd already sold.
Yeah, that's one of the ways that we've... that's an ochre
end
one.
up in your bag.
Ochre.
To answer Sarah Hall, there are 4 versions.
Yeah, and look, I have just found a bagged maroon one.
So there's 1 left.
There is, I mean, this is what happens. You find them in the weirdest of places.
Because of you.
Well, technically there's 2, but the other one is it's not in a bag, which means it's probably one I've been wearing.
Yeah, no one wants a pre-worn.
Pre-love. I hate
used.
Can I just say, can we make the term second-hand make a comeback? Because I hate the term pre-loved. Doesn't it just sound like somebody's done?
Someone's had to wipe it clean before you sell it.
Somebody's had to sanitize that and peel it off the pages of a copy of Razzle.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but pre-loved is not a good term after you've heard that. Right, anyway. Yes, the Valley's 56XX has got to catch them all. Well, funnily enough, we're also working on a new range of pin badges. So, Gronk It Up will be coming as a pin badge. We're going to order them at the same time. It's one of the reasons that we're a little bit relaxed about ordering the next couple. Oh, wow. The Kelly One says, I got filmed at work by Channel 4 for a new programme about the railway a couple of weeks ago.
Fantastic.
Boom. Excellent.
Well
Looking
done,
forward to it. Oopster says, makes you worry about adult shops pre-loved items.
Oh,
yeah, it's like you might want to wait.
Please no.
You might want to wait
nice
until they've shampooed
nice
that. Yes.
Ugh.
Pre-owned is fine. Harp Household, we will. Pre-owned is fine. Frustrated Ape says pre-loved equals covered in deep scratches and has never been cleaned. Yeah. So there.
Summer Breeze says, "What do you call a can opener? That doesn't work. A can't opener."
And yet,
Wonderful.
Ron Lyons Model Railways, that is absolutely true, that some things could be 3rd or 4th or even more hand. That is absolutely true. I mean, quite often there'll be things that, you know, the person that you bought them from actually bought it second hand from a shop. So it's like the natural cycle of life. It just spins around.
It's the circle of life, and it shunts so slow.
D.L. Warren says, true story, I was once late for a university lecture because I was being interviewed for the One Show. Told my lecturer this, and the BBC never actually aired the clip. I was furious. David Scott says, I have one of each badge still in the bags. Always get a spare.
Nice.
Absolutely. So, I mean, technically there is a maroon one. We've just found it. But to all intents and purposes, sold out.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're really desperate, send Cupboard Monkey a message. We'll sort something out.
We might be
no
able to
guarantees.
Yeah, there's absolutely no guarantees. It will, in that situation, be first come, first served. It's just how it is.
Absolutely. Right, so the next colour, we're looking at Great Eastern Railway Purple. I know people love to know what the next colour is going to be. So the J15 or the J69 buck jumper, that colour that models have recently been done in. And don't say, oh, is it going to be the J69 or the J15? Because I think you'll find they're slightly different shades. It'll be one or other, not both. But then there's going to be a Gronk It Up pin badge. I've been wanting this for ages, and the Cupboard Monkey now has a window in her schedule to do a Gronk It Up pin badge, and we will make them hopefully on sale at the same time. So there's another one for your collection.
Yeah, it's almost as if the fact that we've stopped doing the extra long reviews has meant I now have time to do other things.
James Pets. I know. Great Eastern Railway Ultramarine. It looks purple. It's like improved engine green. It's actually a yellowy brown. Or ochre. It's posh speak for yellow brown. Gronk It Up pin badge. Take my money, says OO Gauge Journey official. And also, can I just say as well, the Gronk It Up pin badges may well be coming in a range of colours, in the same way that the Monday Club badges have. When we sell out, we will do another colour. And that way, you can have a collection of them as well.
If you want one, or you can wait for the colour that you want.
Yeah, and I suppose we could now, do we follow the same colours that the Monday Club badges progressed in, or do we go wild and actually do different colours? The factory that they're coming from, same factory, may actually say it's less aggro if you just make them both the same colour, because once we've got the lid off a pot of paint, you know, it's like, we might as well.
Look, Dulux costs.
Yeah, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath. Yes, orange will be coming. And Andy Friars Junction says, I'll have some badges at Gaydon exhibition this weekend. So I don't know whether, so that's Sawyer Models. I'm not sure whether he's still got any green ones. He did have a load of green ones, but I took them back off and I swapped them at Shildon for ochre ones. And then at Get, lots of people bought green ones because suddenly I had a load. Anthony says, Jenny, we need a TT120 wagon. Yeah, we need to start a Kickstarter on that and get a design going.
Are we talking about the other thing?
What, the N gauge? Oh, right, yes. I've been so busy, we've forgotten. Right, the next Monday Club Wagon commission. We've now got artwork. We will share it in the Book of Face group. But I can now officially... Why didn't you say at the start? We'd have had it in the bloody thumbnail.
Because I wasn't sure if we were able to...
Well, you didn't ask.
Okay, I'm loading up the book face.
Yeah, the Book of Face.
Because I know it is
the next
around
Monday
somewhere.
Club Wagon. We're going to be starting taking orders soon, but we do have artwork. So you're going to have to go down. Yeah, what, talk
to them while I try and find it, because I think you sent it to me. You may have put it with the squad, but I'm not sure.
It certainly went in the squad. I've just seen the stupid, goofy pictures.
You sent me a picture of you.
I think
gurning.
you need to actually scroll down. I'll tell you when to stop. Oh, God, it's like one of those machines where you're trying to get a cuddly toy out with the grabber. Scroll down. There you go. I'm not going to like name people because it's like name. No. You had it over the right person there. Yes. Oh, scroll back down. That's like it's not up to date.
Okay. So
okay,
I need to do this.
Let
then,
me. Right.
I've got an idea. Why don't I just do this and you talk to the people?
Yeah. Okay. So we're commissioning an 009 wagon. We're trying another scale. So there's going to be a William Loudon Sons Gramophone Works 009 open wagon. So what you're going to find is it's going to go up for order. Say shortly. That implies like in the next 5 minutes. No. When we get around to it, and you can place your orders. They are strictly limited, strictly first come first serve, and you will be able to order it up. It's the same sort of design as the William Loudon Sons wagon that you guys loved from a while ago. In fact, there's one here, very kindly. One did get returned to Weir Yard. So that's the livery, pretty much. It's wagon number 6, so it doesn't have 11 on it. It is wagon number 6. I think you've gone way back there. Oh no, you haven't. So I just saw the "Don't Tell It" and Pike come up. So that's the livery. We'll be opening up pre-orders in hopefully the next few days. There are very limited numbers. It's the most limited numbered special that we have ever done.
And the reason is obviously very straightforward.
Oh, it's 009.
It's because, like with the like with the O gauge one, we're testing the water. We don't know whether we can sell it in that. We only have limited resources because it is two fat old ladies sitting in a loft.
Yeah, it is just us. Just us and a bank account that is not as flush with cash as people who are not YouTubers assume YouTubers have. So, but you know, our accounts are online because we are. That's how you have to do it. So you know, people.
Company accounts, that is not personal.
Oh yeah, company accounts are online. You can check that we're not fiddling the tax man because.
It's just not worth the risk.
Yeah, there it is. Right,
we get there.
We've found it. Right. So, do you want to bring up on the laser display screen? Right. Do you want to move me out of the way?
Nope.
No. What the heck have you done?
I accidentally moved the sponsor. Thank you to TMC for keeping the lights on.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. There is the new wagon commission is in 009. That will run on N-gauge track, it must be said. And you can fit them with N-gauge couplings.
But it will be pretty big and it'll probably smack on all of your bridges.
I'm not sure until I see one in the
Yes.
flesh. They'd be a little bit overscaled. But there you go. William Loud & Sons gramophone works. Number 6. There you go. That is the next Monday Club commission. Really looking forward to this.
Yeah.
It'll be coming when all of the main Rapido 009 models come.
And
So
I've got to
once-
send them some cashy monies for this, haven't I?
You will do eventually.
Yes.
I'm not sure when.
I have to write out the big books.
Yes, but it's all right. So yeah, really looking forward to this. You'll see it running on Minith Tattoos Newith, but hopefully we'll see it on a lot of things. And we've tried to keep it such that I think a lot of people will love this. The William Loud & Sons 00 gauge model really was popular.
People did
so
love it.
we're hoping that this, fingers crossed, will do well. It will run on N-gauge track.
But it's not N-gauge. Stop trying to sell it to N-gauge, people. It's too big.
Right.
You can put a train in it.
Anyway, would you like to put another view of the lovely weir yard?
Sure.
Yeah, that'll do. So, there we go. Let's bring the chat back up.
In a moment, I will.
Oh my
but-
word, have you seen the time?
Yes, that's what I'm saying in a moment.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm just bringing up the settings so that we can do the 1 or 2 videos for
Wow.
showing the layout tours.
A Monday Club baseball cap, says Andy Bettis. To put...
I'm considering clothing options, and we're going to talk to a few retailers about stocking them.
Different gauges, not scales, says James Petts. On a pedantic note, he says. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm saying...
This is technically correct, the best kind of correct.
Yes. Ron Lines Mother Rose says, don't tell him your name, Pike. Can I just say, right, the Mill Hill, which was always its unofficial name because it had a windmill on, Mill Hill will become Duntellin Pike. So it's like, oh, Harrison Pike, Stickle Pike, Lofthouse Pike, Don't Tell Him Pike. And I'm waiting for Buggle Skelly. What?
Well, that bed as it comes round, you may notice an error.
Oh, there's a little bit of an issue. It's all right. It's all right. Choo choo. Yeah, well, who cares? It'll do its special thing as long as it doesn't derail. So there we go. Right. Gauge Journey Official says hashtag I think you'll find. And yeah, RG Models 86 says the time has flown by again. Always.
It really has.
Roger Windsor says, are there any piglets with a new Monday Club wagon? He posted an animated video, actually.
I saw that. That was hilarious.
I'm not a fan of AI, but I did find that quite amusing.
You'll make an exception for that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
57305 Victoria Wood. For clothing idea, a Monday Club jockstrap. I don't think so. Not unless you're going to swing it round your head. Like, woo!
Not unless it has shunt this written on it.
Oh, Jenny's name needs a trombone of doom, says James Pett.
So, before we go any further with the 1 or 2 that are coming in for tonight's showing of the videos, I thought we'd have a word from our wonderful sponsor, TMC. Thank you so much to them for keeping the lights on.
Absolutely.
The Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look right through to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey.
So we are back, and
Yes, he's back.
where's that comment? There we are. Valleys 56XX says, a gronk it up tasseled basque.
Go on, get up.
I could get behind that. Now,
You and no one else.
can I just say, it's something that you guys don't actually know about me, is that I collect many things, and one of them is vintage lingerie. I have more Basques than probably like Basques are us. I've got
More
about
than anyone should really need.
I've got about 60 vintage ones. So there we are. I could get behind that. And can I just say, we've had a lovely message come in. I'm going to read it out, if that's all right.
Yeah, this one comes
So
from Maverick.
I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show that we're running the Somerset Andy Memorial Class 47 on the intercity rate. Now, this was apparently one of Somerset Andy's favourite locomotives, and he very, very kindly sent it to the channel. And not actually that long afterwards, we learned the sad news that he's passed away. You'll see his name in the credits at the end of every pre-recorded video that we do. We put the names of our fallen in gold at the top, and Somerset Andy, so you find there. But we've had a lovely message come through. So just wanted to thank you both for mentioning Andy on the show tonight and running his favourite loco. I really appreciate your gesture, as he was a friend who I feel honoured to have known and met. We shared a love of the fast show, which we took to extremes sometimes, and I even made a video for him, making a complete fool of myself. He was a great guy who made me laugh. Keep up the great work on the fantastic Monday Club. So thank you so much. And absolutely, they always say that a person is not truly gone until their name is no longer spoken. So, what's wrong? What have you done?
The camera just...
How strange.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much. Simon Snow very, very kindly gifted 5 members. So, Robert, Radford Junction Railways, Dean Parsons, Sparky 107.
Good to
Long
see you,
time
man.
no speaky. Great to see you. Hope you are well. And Damoy D86 as well. It's great to see some of the lurkers in there. Some familiar names as well. I remember Sparky 107 very, very well. During the lockdown period of the Little Sea, he had his live stream. He was in the live stream program
Yes.
that we put together to make sure that people had human contact throughout those dark times.
Necessary contact.
And Valley's 56XX says, I remember Somerset Andy, a great guy, R.I.P. Absolutely. And every time I run that locomotive, I do think of him. An incredibly great guy, very generous, and an amazing member of our community who is still greatly missed. So it's just nice to be able to run that and remember his name. Because for as long as we remember their names, they will be with us in spirit.
So we've got a message here from Andrew Rennie, who says he's got a short video, a simply wonderful 4th rail bridge video in tribute to his late father. So let's switch over. We're going to have a look at that, and so sorry for your loss, man. So here we are. Nope, I pressed the wrong button.
Hit the other
It's
lever.
this here. This is the one.
What did
Man,
you bring up?
I brought the wrong one up, and everyone just got to see the chat twice.
Oh, right. It's like, oh no, it's like two chats, no waiting.
Hello everyone, just
No.
look at
Oh,
that perspective of the
not quite.
quite amazing
Right,
4th
Jenny
rail
is
bridge.
denied.
Also constructed in 1890.
Right, you get the video. Oh, you have.
And there's a train that's about to come across from it.
No, come back. So it's 4th Bridge. Somewhere I'd love to go. I mean, like that is an amazing construction.
On the other side to
When you
what's in the
look
front.
at that, I mean, these things
will be a
really
crossover.
would have been wonders of the industrial world. The fact that they were able to build a
Can't tell
bridge
from the up
such
here
as
where
that
the little bit
across
is.
the Firth of Forth. And how huge that construction would have been, because there wouldn't have been skyscrapers or anything back then. That really
It's up
would
there
have
with the grades.
towered over
If there's any other
everything.
great best,
Volumes. Oh,
Oh,
there we go. Andy Better says, didn't know it was a full moon tonight. Ah, gratuitous butt shot.
yes, gratuitous butt shot is gratuitous.
Gratuitous butt shot. I should have noticed you as you came in.
Yes. Right. Every time it goes round, I can just about add an extra one on. Oh, it's too late. It's gone.
Just run it. Just push it.
No, because it won't hook up, and then it'll end up at the front again.
So I've put the link into the chat as well.
Uh-huh.
Remember, everyone, if you like what you're seeing, go and have a look at the channels. 'Cause that's what this is all about.
Anthony says Tom from Buggle Skelly Station's going to pop up behind the bridge. Only me.
His T-gauge stuff was amazing.
I mean, it's works of art. Because the thing about those is they're so good, you don't realise how tiny they are until
he turns up.
Until his mugshot appears over the horizon. Like some kind of benevolent god going, oh no, that lorry. I can't hide from him.
Thank you so much for sending that in. And sorry for your loss. Really, really sorry. It's never easy. It really isn't. But thank you so much. And we've got time for, I think, one, maybe two more.
Okay.
This one's from Mike Lane.
Oh, right.
Virgin HST Lady in Red. Oh, very interesting.
Lady in red.
Tom looked like the wrong version of Teletubby's son. You know what? You want to feel old? You want to feel old? The person who played the baby son on the Teletubbies has a child now. This upsets me.
The baby from Teletubbies has their own child.
This upsets me. I do not like it.
Yes. Yes. It's like all you kids out there, you're like, oh, listen to Grandma. But we were young once. We were young like you. And then
we weren't.
Then things happened, and before you know it catches it, and you're like, where did all the time go? They always say, inside every old person is a young person going, what the hell just happened? Ooh, flower tufts.
Does the TT in TT120 stand for Teletubbies?
No, it stands for tabletop.
Teletubbies 120.
Teletubbies say, piss off.
Huntley and Palmer's. That sounds like...
It's a biscuit company.
Yeah, but it sounds like the kind of company that would make breweries for places like EastEnders.
Hey, now there's an idea. Maybe, what about doing an exclusive Huntley Palmer's wagon? Because, like, the Gandalf biscuit wagon, I think actually...
I think Tolkien's estate might want to fight us.
But Huntley and Palmer's biscuit wagon.
This is. I always love.
Might
this
be
layout.
a good commission in the future.
Yeah,
to think
let's
about.
go for it. Let's do it. Mark Holt has met two separate people who claim to be the Teletubby baby.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's like, once you grow up, everybody, the baby version of everybody looks pretty much the same.
Not me. I look different to the Teletubbies baby.
Yeah, you looked positively oriental.
Yeah.
But
it's why I never take part in those. What did you look like as a child? Can you guess who the person is from the photos competitions? They tried to do one at the council. I said, well, if I did it, you'd say I was cheating because I look completely different.
Yes. So there we are. Thank you for sending
that in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the baby from the Nirvana albums. Is this repeating or is it?
No, he puts the like and subscribe message.
All right.
Thank you so much for sending that in.
The baby from the Nirvana album is an adult now.
I know.
Ruben Ashwell says, also I hear Temu thinks Teletubbies is an anime.
They don't look normal, let's put it that way.
Yeah. And I just want to know where the hell's that custard coming from, because they look far too happy. Ah! That's right, Topsy. New junction! New junction! New junction!
Hashtag not a cult.
Not a cult for legal and
Not
tax
a cult
purposes.
yet.
Yeah, yes. New junction says, good evening, sorry I'm late. There you go, come on,
A
Gandalf.
Monday clubber is never late, New Junction, nor is he early. Arrives precisely when he reaches out.
Thanks, Gandalf. Though Sarah Holt says the baby from the Nirvana album tried to sue them for use of the picture without his permission. However, I think you'll find that his parents gave
permission.
They gave permission at the point where their permission was all you needed.
Yes, it was a bit of a difficult situation.
Raymond Leggs, that is actually a very, very a succinct and positive thing to live your life by. Never accept custard from an unknown source. Yes, the old custard mines. Yes. Right, anyway.
It's a terrible thing to joke about, but
well,
there was this.
So don't then.
Yeah, there was this guy, and he was trying to be transphobic online. He said, "All right then, if they want to use the term, what's the difference between a woman and a trans woman?" To which one a comedian then stepped in and said, "To you, nothing. They both cover their drinks when you enter."
I like that. Yeah, so anyway, we're coming to the end of the stream now. It's been an absolute honour in having your company tonight. We've remembered Somerset Andy, one of our many much-loved fallen in the community, by running the Somerset Andy Memorial Class 47. I got out all the intercity coaches and I thought, no, we've got to run the proper loco with this. And it's always sorely missed, just like all the other people we've unfortunately lost from the community. But as they always say, if we mention their names, then they will forever live on in our memories.
Gone until someone stops talking about them.
And that is precisely why we have them in gold in their names in gold in the end credits of our videos. People have gone, I never bothered watching to the end. I'll have a look.
It's also why
it's always there.
I intend to, at some point, eat the Mona Lisa.
Okay.
I will never be forgotten because I'll be the answer to a trivia question. Which prick hit the Mona Lisa?
A Flymo Chairman one. Yes, it has been enlightening speaking to Richard Brighton from Rails about the true story about what really happened between Olivia's and Rails. So when you go and see all those, like, well, look at me, I'm trying to get loads of views on YouTube with some clickbaity nonsense that I made up, you can go, you, now, stop it! Yeah.
I'll say, oi, clickbait,
no! Sorry, fast show moment. James Pett says, don't eat the Mona Lisa, you're better off with custard. And James Petts won't defend you. He'll go, no, that's a very silly thing to have done. I think you just need to go.
Once I've eaten it, I 100% intend to plead guilty.
But there we go. Look, anyway, what's coming up? A Game Hammer Classic Gaming All Request Monday night, because that is what you will be prompted to move on over to straight after this stream.
Well, it's the 40th anniversary of the release of the Nintendo Entertainment System in North America. So
40?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So we are going to go and play some NES games.
All right, you're going to be a bit of a NES punk, are you?
It was Harry Enfield, not the Fast Show. Yes, the Self-Righteous Brothers were Harry Enfield.
Right. Yeah, I love the Self-Righteous Brothers.
They're brilliant.
But then again, the thing was, though, the Fast Show was everybody from Harry Enfield and Chums, but without Harry Enfield. Or was Harry Enfield in the Fast Show?
Don't think he was, no.
Because it was Paul Whitehouse. Remember Paul Whitehouse in the Fast Show? And it was basically catchphrases, wasn't it? So things like, only me!
Well, that was what it was for. That's why the Fast Show existed. It was a contemporary comedy thing, talking about how television had basically dumbed down comedy to the point that was just catchphrases.
It's weird, isn't it?
So to parody that, they created a comedy show that was only catchphrases.
Only me! Jackie, that's an amazing stroke of luck. And Scotchio! They're the only three I can remember. Yeah, Harry wasn't in the Fast Show.
Yeah.
Right, anywho. Yeah, there we are. Overgage Journey official. Absolutely. Scotchio! So there we go. Right, very easy to nick the Mona Lisa. You just need a good ladder.
I'm not about nicking it. I'm going to eat it.
Eat it.
Nom, 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 nom.
I don't think you'll get through all of it. I think you might just leave teeth marks.
I'll still be in the history books.
Yes,
no one will forget that, frick.
But you will be a much smaller footnote.
Yes.
Yes. Right, anyway.
Right, take care, guys. Have a great evening.
Yeah.
Do you want to sum up the news, or are we done?
So, next Monday Club badge will be coming soon. Watch this space. It's going to be Great Eastern Railway Ultramarine. It's a purpley colour. And also Gronked Up pin badges. They're going to hopefully come at the same time. Watch this space for the designs. And the 009 Monday Club wagon is the design of that is broken cover. That'll be coming at the same time as all the other 009 releases from Rapido Trains. So there you have it. As the Teapot of Time goes very low on the hot beverage of inevitability, so we hand off to Gamehammer Classic Guys. I was really struggling there. We hand
As
over
the Teapot of Time is placed back on the Hob of Justice.
Yes, the Hob of Justice. Justice, I say. Actually,
Justice for Hobnobs!
I can imagine. Ultimately, I do wonder whether James Petts, in his legal career, ultimately will take to the bench and he'll have his distinguished robes and his white wig on, and they go, "Stop messing about."
Okay.
Yeah. So right.
On that note, good night.
Take care, everybody. It's been great having your company. Stay
You are
tuned
so
for
much
game.
brighter since we've changed our
I
schedule.
know! Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, check us out over on Patreon and buy our merch. Yes, you heard it here. Heard it here many times. Right, go on. Press the button. Hit the lever.
The train now departing is the 2105 service to Mineth Tatis Newith, stopping at Weir Yard, Bolton Trinity Road, Grove Street Yard, Mineth Tatis, Tatis Newith. Yes, they're different places. Budsfording, Peckham on the back, Huckleton on the hill. Where else do we go? Let's pick some other places as well. Let's go to
Well, there's-
Boxton on File,
Jablight's
Boxton
Peak.
Junction. Jablight's Peak is on Weir Yard, sure.
What about
That
Duntell and
unnamed,
Pike?
that unnamed layout that Jenny said had a name and it turned out it didn't have a name. Old Change and 3 cocks for Lord Hereford's Knob. Pittsburgh, somehow. Eindhoven, and then on to Mineth Tatis Newith.
Also,
That's
connections
the
available
21.
from Up the Junction. Up the Junction.
That's the 2105 service to Mineth Tatis Newith. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was is gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club.
Monday Club for everyone. So come on and join the fun and say yum yum, and the rhyme
Scratch
breaks.
your bum.
The rhyme breaks down at this point.
Let's break it down. Break it down.
Break it down.
Let's break it down. Break it down. Noi. I'm off to set up Game Hammer with the hammer and the games.
Valleys 56XX. Où est le Jaguar? The Jaguar.
Où est the Ballon d'Alon?
The Jaguar, unfortunately, will no longer be visible other than to guests who visit Weir Yard, because it has moved to the streets of the town. So it's outside of the fully functioning Shag Lair.
It's outside the bounds of reality.
No, it's where the Shagmeister entertains his Shag Lair in the upstairs of the Railway Inn. There you are, sneak peek of Jablight's Peak, which is, I think, yeah, with the water now, everything you see on your screen, the only thing left to do in that area is weather the track. Let's see, can you see the signals move? and I think it was JL Railways. Pardon me if I'm wrong. I'm sure it was JL Railways. Presented me with a Land Rover with the number plate 689YVT, which was actually my father's 80-inch Series 1, although it's on a Series 2, but we overlooked that. I need to find a forever home for it, I think. So, let's have a look. Somewhere... it'll go there for now. Don't forget to tickle that like button. Also check out our full merch store. There's still some ochre coloured Monday Club badges left. Low stock warning though, less than 30. So get yours now, never to be repeated colour. New colour will be being ordered shortly. So locomotive-wise, you're seeing an actual production all over green 4DD going around. I'm told these should be in country pretty much about now. I don't have any further information on that. But all versions should arrive at the same time, along with a yet-to-be-announced livery variant. So watch this space. They are sold out everywhere except for the unannounced model. So if you haven't managed to secure a 4DD, there's still a chance. Also got the Somerset Andy Intercity Class 47 on the Intercity rate. I've got a Robinson 04 in weathered BR early crest on the long train of 22-ton plate wagons, double bolsters, well trolls and wharf flats. I think there's a Lomac in there as well. 07009 is running around with the Ellis Clark Trains demountable tanks. And the top track is one of the 08s that I purchased at the Great Electric Train Show. So all the tracks are now fully functional here at Weir Yard, and that does include the ability now for the first time to properly run DMUs on the top track. So I'm hoping to be able to run more of my stock more often, which would be good. Right, anyway, can have too much of a good thing. Don't forget to... let's just get that angle. Oh, we had that one before. Don't forget to watch the build videos. We've had 3 so far, with the 4th one is coming up on Wednesday and the episode 5 on Friday. So I've just had word from Gamehammer Classic Gaming that they are ready for your company. So Valleys 56XX, there's a cross above the tunnel mouth in memoriam to the navvies who would have theoretically passed away building the railway. That's the story of that. There's a Celtic cross, actually from the Timber Surf range around the other side, but that's a more ye olde type thing. So thank you for joining us. Take great care of yourself. Until next time, take great care. Happy modelling. Bye for now.